Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brittany. I do river travel and life hacks. So if you like things like that, subscribe and let's talk about going to the river and what river to go to. So not only do I get asked what river you should go to or what area, but also what company within those areas, because there are several river companies or tubing companies to go to just in one little area. What vibe are you going for? How much effort are you wanting to put into this tubing trip? And how much money are you wanting to spend? And then also, how long of a float do you want? So let's start off with the vibe that you're wanting. If you want a more family friendly, maybe to take the kids, vibe, then I would suggest to go to New Braunfels or Green area. And then if you're wanting more of a party vibe, younger crowd, then I would go to the San Marcos area. Now, both of these areas can do both. You can absolutely take kids to San Marcos and you can also party in New Braunfels Green. So they can definitely do both. But I feel like San Marcos is more party, New Braunfels is more family friendly. So then that brings me to the effort that you want to put in. So New Braunfels and Green are 90% of those river companies over there are Kanban. So a Kanban river automatically means more effort that you're going to have to put in. So for a Kanban river, you cannot take anything disposable. No Ziploc bags, no Lunchable containers, no you can't take cans that you drink out of. You can't take water bottles, like the disposable ones. Everything has to be reusable. So that makes things a lot harder whenever you're packing and shopping and things like that. I have a video down below that talks about going to a Kanban river and how to best put things in containers for that. So check that one out if you decide to go to a Kanban. In San Marcos, it's not a Kanban float, so you can bring all the cans you want and people tend to drink more. Okay, so if you are set on going to San Marcos River and you do have kids, I would highly suggest to go during the week. So on a weekday, it's pretty chill. It's actually very chill during the week. And then if you have to go on a Saturday and that's the only day that you can take the kids, then I would go right as soon as they open. They usually open at 10 a.m., I believe. And then I would just float straight through, or when you do stop, just don't stop for too long. That way you can kind of beat that party crowd because it gets wild out there on Saturday. That would be my suggestion if you're going to take the kids on a Saturday to San Marcos and you're not wanting that, vibe in front of them. And then the same thing for New Braunfels. It have a huge crowd on Saturdays. So if you're wanting as chill as possible, then I would take them as soon as they open and check each river company website for the times. As of right now, I have a video on New Braunfels Land of Falls, which is a Kanban river. Braunfels Whitewater, which is I think a non-Kanban river as of right now. In 2024. I have a video on Texas State Tubes in San Marcos, which is a non-Kanban river. I don't have one for Dawn's and I don't have one for Rock and R, but like I said, Dawn's is very similar to Texas State Tubes, and then Rock and R is in Green, and it's a Kanban. So whichever one you choose to go to, if you want to check out those videos, those will give you more specifics on each of those companies and how the float will go. Which brings me to my next point. How long of a float are you wanting to go on? So river floats can be anywhere from an hour and a half, 2 hours, to about 4 hours. Now that's just floating straight on through. If you pull over and hang out like we do, then you kind of make it last much longer. So when we float Texas State Tubes, it's usually between 6-7 hours just because we pull over, hang out, swim, do things like that. But just call your river company the day of if you want to find out how fast the river's flowing, how full it is, and they can give you a pretty good estimate of how long the float will take you just going straight through. If you're wanting a much shorter float, then I would suggest to go to Whitewater in New Braunfels, and they have something called the horseshoe option, and it's about an hour and a half to 2 hour float, I think, something around there. And then what you do is you go around, and then you have the option to go again if you want to and if time permits. I really liked doing that. That way you can even get a break in between. So that's a good option if you've never been before. Also, that way you can kind of see what a float is like, and then you can go again a second time if you want. And then the other option in New Braunfels is Land of Falls, and I think that one is anywhere from 2 to 4 hours. The length of the float really depends on a lot of different things: the wind, the water level, the how fast the current is going, and then again, like I said, how many times you choose to stop, or if that's even an option to stop. There's not very many places to stop and pull over Land of Falls, and there's also not too many places to pull over for. There's more in Whitewater than Land of Falls, and then there are more places to stop at Rock and R and Green. And then there are a ton of places to stop in San Marcos at the Texas State Tubes, but you just have to make sure that it's not private property. And usually those are marked really clear that you can't go up on this property. It's usually a purple spray paint or a sign or something like that. Okay, and then the cost. So New Braunfels Green area tends to be more expensive than San Marcos. For example, as of right now, Texas State Tubes is $20 a person with your own tubes, and then they just add on to that price if you need to rent tubes or a cooler tube or a cooler. It's around the same price for Dawn's and Great Gonzo's as well. Whichever river you do choose to go to, remember to always check their website and make sure that they are either can-ban or non-can-ban, and check out their rules and check out the times that they open, because these things can change. Always feel free to call them. They're usually really good about answering any questions that you have. And then if you have never been tubing before, or you just want to go more prepared for this next trip, please check out my other video. It's called What I Take to the River, and I will link it down below. I have over 10,000 views on that video, and I get a lot of positive feedback on it, on how much it helped people. They were so glad that they watched it before they left, and how much it really helps them, because I just want people to have a fun, safe, and relaxing float, and just to enjoy it, because it can be really, really fun, but it can also get really crazy if you don't take the right things with you, or if you bring the wrong things with you, yeah. But that is all I have for you today, so I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!
You don't like the lights, but it's camera time. Said take the picture, but you rolled your eyes.